Okay, welcome everybody to the Kyoto 500 Track Stars Elite Breaking Mechanical Series Top 6 Shootout. So we've currently had the qualifying sessions over the last 2 days. So we had qualifying 1 on Thursday, qualifying 1 on Friday. Sorry, qualifying 1 and qualifying 2. And then the fastest drivers of all have now been put into a lobby, and we're going to run them as the same aspect of supercars. So we're going to run them from position 6, position 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. So basically Matt will go last because he was the fastest. So the running order will be N-Spud P666 because Jono Stan unfortunately can't be here. Then Duran 50 second, Diswood third, Viper Z fourth, Punz 5th, and lastly Matt. So basically it's going to be a one lap shootout, so the drivers got to get their best they can for the shootout and then put them all together and do what they can for the start of the Kyoto 500 Enduro tomorrow. I've got another screen in the top right hand corner being streamed by It's Racing. He's going to stream the live timing. I might make it smaller, I might make it disappear, we'll see how it goes. I'll just get rid of the EBM, I'll hide that for now. Yeah, so we're just getting everything sorted out. We're going to go live with the racing at 8 PM, which is obviously 3 minutes away. So everyone get in, strap back in your seats, get a nice cold beer or Coke for anyone that's under the age of 18, and we're gonna go from there. Oh, and here we go, Jono Stan is now in the room, so N-Spud P666 won't have to put it all on the line.
I did call that, remember?
You did call that. You called Jono Stan's gonna be like whoop woof and pop up right at the end. So I bet Spud is kind of like, yes.
Very interesting joining phrase there from Jono. Showing up 3 minutes beforehand and putting in practices for the week. Maybe some firing shots there from Jono Stan before qualifying gets underway.
Yeah, he's told me to jump out, he'll jump in the car. So he's kicked me off. He's kicked me out.
The team boss kicked out by his co-driver.
Nah, I've got full confidence in Jono to do the lap. So as we start to get ourselves ready, we're about 2 minutes away. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here live for the Elite Breaking Mechanical Kyoto 500 Top 6 Shootout. The fastest stick in the 2 qualifying sessions we have done from Thursday and Friday, and we are now brought it down to the final 6. So we've got Jono Stan in the car, number 1, Ultipack Mash Spuds Racing leading the charge to set the first lap here at the Kyoto Yamagiwa circuit. So we get ourselves ready. We've got ourselves a full 6 car, a grid lineup, and we also have a full lineup in our commentary box. So we have our usual commentator and DJ, as well as the Track Stars admin in It's Racing, Jarman Dallas, joining us for this special occasion. So welcome aboard, Jarman. Good to have you here.
Yeah, good evening, guys. Sorry about the bit of delay there. I was just trying to organise all the guys on track before we just get underway with this session here. Looks like it's shaping up to be a very exciting shootout between probably 6 of the fastest drivers throughout qualifying so far this week, and I'm sure all 6 of them will be putting everything on the line in this session coming up.
Exactly, it's one lap to themselves, and it's all about getting the timing right. As we get ourselves underway, it is car number 1, the Ultra Pack Mash Buzz Racing leading the charge. Is going to set the first flying lap, and the co-driver of N-Spud P666 myself is the Toronto Stan 96. We get ourselves onto it on board. DJ is awake.
Sorry, I'm just trying to sort out that live timing. I couldn't get it to adjust properly.
That's all good. So we have Jono Stan 96, my co-driver for the Mash Buds Racing, the reigning champs of the touring cars in 2020, and I've got myself a great driver and a great partnership with Jono Stan. He's came up to him and I said to him, well, he drives the Lexus in the TS2 and I drive the Lexus in the main series, so I thought, why not? You know, have a bit of a match made in heaven in the with the Lexus drivers. And I just said, do you want to come race? Do you want to come race? And he had no hesitation to say, yeah, sure, why not? So it's good to see Jono in the cockpit, and he is going to set his flying lap and the benchmark time for the other 5 drivers to topple off come the end of the session.
Yeah, I'm going to turn off all data here so we can just get a clean look at the cars, which is really nice. So no need to have everything all out there. So good luck to Jono, and I reckon I'm going to be quiet for this, I think, because it might be a quick lap.
As we get ourselves ready, Jono stands lining up towards the final corner, and he's going to be the first driver to set the benchmark time of his lap here at Kyoto Yamagiwa. So located in Kyoto, in the north, down southwest of the main city of Japan. As we get ourselves ready to go, Jono Stan for the first lap around Kyoto. As he's going to take in that first corner, takes a nice little apex through the section and gets nice and wide onto the exit strip on turn 1. Trying to make sure I get a nice straight exit, nice straight line through those sections, not too much steering input, and then running in nice and tight for this second section to sweep the corners. See Jono executing that section very nicely, very fast, hugging that inside perfectly, and a nice exit out of those corners. So first lap time, that first benchmark is going to be 32.3, so that's a great solid start for him. I'll have to wait and see what the lap times goes. Just gets a little bit too hairy through that chicane. It's a little bit slower than what he would have normally liked to have gone through. So hopefully he'll be able to make it up in this section of corners. It's towards the low hairpin, gets a nice easy exit out of that, power down smoothly and gently on the throttle. And as we get ourselves towards the final section of the track, we're going to come around for the final time in turn 1. Can he set himself a better lap time? Can he set himself a better lap time than he did in qualifying? An 18 flat was his lap time in the qualifying on Friday night, but can he get himself into the 1:17s? Is he going to get close? He doesn't, so he's got himself a 1:18.4, so that's the benchmark for our driver. So great work by Jono Stan for a 1:18.4. Next runner to be involved is Duran 50, the number 4 CP Motorsports entry, coming around towards the final corner and heading onto the main straight. Jarman Dallas.
50, fastest in qualifying, comes across the line to start his lap time here. Gonna have to really settle it into turns 1 here. Just keep the momentum rolling through the turn and punch out. Take a nice widened exit. Keep it as straight as possible through these sweeping chicanes. Build the speed as much as possible. Let's see what his first sector is. It's only in 19.7, so he's a few tenths slower than what Jono was on his lap.
Yep, so
he gets the round sweeper here. Coming up to the second sector now, 13.05, so
he's actually faster than Jono.
I didn't quite catch what the first lap was, but yeah, looking solid so far according to N-Spud, as he has this tight hairpin that's going to be really crucial to get the power down smoothly on this Honda, as it can really step out of shape on exit.
Oh, but he's gone purple in sector 3.
Sector 3.
He has. As he's coming around. Yep, and as he comes around the final corner, Duran 50 is going to set another benchmark time. Is it going to be faster than Jono Stan 96 in the number 1? Can the number 4 take provisional pole position away from Jono Stan as he's making that run across the checkered flag, across the finish line? Can he get himself that time? No, he doesn't. He's only just missed out there by 0.02 of a second there. That is as close as you can get in qualifying. But so far, leading the way is Jono Stan 96 DJ.
Yeah, it's I'm surprised actually. He seemed like he was going pretty well, so we're just trying to get the timing up here. It's a little bit fuzzy, but we've got Jono with a 118.438, and then we've got Duran with a 118.464. So the times didn't pop up on my screen because he didn't set faster except for the third one. But it's a little bit wonky. But we'll just see what Woodsy has.
Yeah. I can see when you look down the bottom of the timing sector, you can see all the sections and what Jono set.
So as the car number 66 in Diswood 1 comes in to the last corner onto the front straight and see if he can set a faster time than Jono Stan of the 118.438. He just needs a nice exit out of here. Just coming into turn 1. Can Diswood put the number 66 on pole? He needs a nice run through turn 1. He's a little bit wide coming through there. He just needs a nice exit. We know that Woods is capable of pulling anything out of his hat. So he makes a nice little run up here. As he comes through the first sector, he's purple by 0.015. So very nice there by Woodsy. Little bit.
Oh, it looks like just drifted a little bit wide there on that second sweeper there, so that's going to hurt his run towards the bottom chicane here. But does it improve his time? It actually doesn't. So he's actually slower. He's about 0.2 slower than Jono Stan. So that section really cost him massively for Diswood 1. But this section is going to suit very much the Honda NSX here. The slow sweeping corners, the slow hairpin, and then the fast chicane down the bottom is going to suit the mid-engine cars for sure. But as we come across the sector line, he doesn't improve. He's only just a tad. He's actually a touch quicker than Jono Stan, but it's not the fastest, and he's actually gone wide, DJ, and that's ruined his lap. But let's see what he gets in the final corner. Can he get that car hooked in? He does get it hooked into the corner, but onto the run to the finish line is just slightly quicker than Jono Stan. But can he improve his lap time? The shortest run to the finish line. Can he improve? He actually does. So he actually improves his lap with 2 wheels on the grass, and he managed to improve his lap there. So great performance by Diswood 1. Excellent performance there by him.
Yeah, 5% is a little bit glitched out, so I think they need to exit the track or something or other here, because 5% is a little bit glitched out. So everyone who was pitted needs to exit the pit lane. But we'll just see how he goes so far.
Okay.
Seems like he's doing pretty alright. So we'll just bring him shortly.
It's all good, but so Diswood 1 setting the fastest lap so far, and it looks like going through all his sector times, he was fastest through sector 1, but Jono Stan still holds that sector 2 time with a 12.9, and then you've got sector 3 and sector 4 being the fastest, having the fastest time with Diswood 1 in sector 3 and sector 4.
Yeah, he's done really well there, and is it? Yeah, so he's fastest through there, but we'll see how it goes for Viper. So
Viper's dead in the number 24 PLE Pit Lane Esports entry, partnering alongside DJSX pointed in the commentary box, so you'll be keeping your eyes very close on Viper Z, and hopefully we're going to be seeing the top runners in Viper Z and Matt and Punts coming up very shortly. But Viper Z's been hyping up to 17. DJ, can he do it on this one crucial lap as he's going around the final corner? Lead us through the first opening sequence of corners, DJ.
Yeah, he's come through here in the beautiful Pit Lane Esports and Satellite Racing Lexus RCF. So I have the faith in him. He makes a very nice turn through there, through turn 1 for a very beautiful exit there. Coming through the S's up onto the run, up to the top of the hill. He just needs to get a nice exit out of all these ones, not too hard. Can he come through turn? Is he slower?
No, he's slower. He's about 19.4, so not the fastest time through there.
Yeah, so he comes
with Woodsy with the fastest with the 4.59. So, but he's
and
actually
there it is. He's gone purple. He's gone
massively purple by 0.2 over Diswood, but that's where Diswood lost a lot of time, and this is where the NSX clawed its time back through this section 3 and 4. So can Viper Z hold his own and get himself up into pole position. He's 2/10 clear off Diswell 1 coming up towards the third sector. He's got himself very clear.
This is going to be
this is about
this is a nice lap.
0.7 of a second, and this is going to be a lap of the ages. And he's actually run wide again. So like Diswood, Viper said runs wide on that section of corner, but can he get that car hooked into the final corner? He does, but it's going to be a little bit slippery as he runs a touch wide. But this could be a 17 DJ as he runs across the finish line. Can he get himself a good time? He actually does, and it's just
it is a
17.945, just under the 18 marker, just under the 18 marker barrier.
That's actually faster than what he did in qualifying. So he did a 17.99 in qualifying. So seeing that is, I'd say, is a lot of confidence there for him. So big ups to my teammate in Viper Z. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it might be enough to pinch Matt off the pole, but we'll just wait and see, hey?
Absolutely. Well, so run us through that Jarman. You saw all the timing sectors on that board. Did you see that purple screen light up when Viper Z came through sector 3?
He was fastest through sectors 1 and 3, but sorry, 2 and 3 actually, but sector 4, I think Duran's still the fastest through there.
Yeah, he does look like it, I believe. Yeah, I see on his timing screen he is 23.8 as the fastest time there. So Viper's got a 23.937, so he's not far off. But I think that mistake that he made on the exit of the chicane there, that definitely cost him at least, I would say, a good couple of tenths there.
Yeah. Dropped it a bit wide, and unfortunately it was, probably cost him being 8s or even the 7s through that one.
Absolutely. So now we've got ourselves the second last car on the track. It is car number 7, piloted by Punts, where he will be joined alongside Captain Risky. Captain Risky managed to set the fastest lap time with a 1 minute 17.9, but unfortunately Captain Risky can't attend the top 6 shooter, so he's given his full confidence to Punts, who is a main series runner in the track EBM Track Stars Touring Car Series. And now Punts has got the whole track to himself in the 47 Ultipack Toll MSR, where we have 3 Lexus cars and 3 Hondas, but surprisingly no Nissans, boys.
Yeah, I did an 18.7 in the Nissan, so in a little bit of running around, I wanted to see how Wiseacre and stuff are doing. But yeah, the Nissan seems to struggle a little bit around here, so unfortunately for that. But we do have 2 Lexuses, 3 Lexuses, and 3 Nissans, so we'll see how it goes. As Punts makes a really nice exit through turn 1, through the chicanes up here, all the way into the run into turn 6, and we'll see what time he can put in. So looks about a 19.6-ish.
About 19.5 for Punts there. But that's not too bad. That's not a bad start for Punts there. But it tries to get this inside line, try to hook it in. Runs a little touch wide there, so he's coming through that first section. It's a 13.1, so that's actually not too bad regarding Punts space. So keep an eye on Punts in the 47 as he just gets a little bit of snap of oversteer through that section, through that fast chicane down the bottom of the hill there. That section is costing a few drivers in this qualifying session. But for Punts, he's just all about got to keep his head cool, try to execute these nice corners, and again, just gets a bit tail happy on that section. The car is definitely is a bit too hot on the rear tyres, and he's not getting that much grip. And again, he runs wide, so that's three cars in a row. They've managed to run wide on that sequence of corners, but can he hook it back into the corner? He just drifts a bit wide, but onto the main straight for the final time. Can he get himself up within a reasonable time, and can he get himself close to the front runners? He's got himself a 1 minute 18.7. So that's still a pretty good time there. So not the fastest, but that's definitely a big ups for Punts, who has been struggling for a bit of pace in the last few rounds.
Yeah, that's dropped in the 5th, unfortunately, but yeah, it's still a long race tomorrow, and plenty can happen. I mean, one lap isn't going to decide a 500-kilometre race.
Yeah, exactly right. So, and now we're up to our final driver, ladies and gentlemen, the 2015 GT Academy winner, and driving the 95 alongside Jarmandale. It's racing. It is Matt Simmons. So this is going to be a special lap, ladies and gentlemen. Can he tackle topple off Viper Z in the Lexus in the number 24 Lexus. These two are having a great battle in the TS2 race earlier on, but it all comes down to this very important lap by Matt. So Jarman, as your teammate, lead the way when it comes to Matt coming to the first corner.
So he comes with the cartel equipment by number 95 Honda starting his flying lap. He's going to try and get it tucked in nicely to turn one here. Just hugging that sort of free line on the inside. Nice exit there, very much within the track limits. Not running wide, keeping it nice and smooth through these S's. Heads up to the end of the first sector and he's gone purple already with a 19.431. Again, getting it tucked in very nicely through this long sweeping, I'll call it turn 5. Let's see what he does in the next sector. I don't think he's gone faster. It's only a 13 flat through that sector.
Oh, so he's made some mistakes there through that chicane there. So that's cost him massively. So unfortunately for Matt, Kenny claw it back through this last sequence of corners where Viper Z seemed to be the fastest around here, but Kenny gets some time back. It doesn't look like he has. He's actually gone a sector best, but not the fastest lap, Jarman, as he's coming around towards the final corner. Can Matt secure pole position on this final section, or will Viper Z take pole position for the Kyoto 500? Coming around the final corner, it is Matt for the It's Racing Esports. Can he get pole position? Can he snag pole of Viper Z from the 24 coming across the line? He does! He gets pole position with what is the time? I believe.
No, Viper's pole. Viper still has pole with a 17.945.
No way! That is incredible. I swear I was looking on the timing screen. It says it on pole position, but looking back on the timing screen, it is Viper Z. I do apologise, ladies and gentlemen, but yes, it is confirmed.
It is.
Viper Z on pole position, and yourself and Viper Z DJ are on the front row and take pole position for the Kyoto 500. So big congratulations to you and your teammate.
Yeah, he's got a solid 17.945, and Matt put in an 18 flat. That's very surprising there, but Liam in the number 24 Lexus has put that thing on pole.
Wow, so that is that is the, I would say in a way, like amongst us, I would say that is a big underdog pole position there from the Lexus there, and that was absolutely incredible lap there by Viper Z. He hooked it up so well in sector 2 and 3. Matt was fastest through 1 and 4, where sector 4 was, he gained at least 3/10 on Viper Z, but it wasn't enough to snatch pole position. But what we've got, ladies and gentlemen, we've got ourselves a spicy race coming up tomorrow where we have Viper Z and DJ SX Pointed in the number 24 Pit Lane Esports entry on pole position, followed by Matt and It's Racing in the car 95 Cartel Hire Equipment Honda NSX in second place. In third place we have Diswood 1 in the 66 Kings Care entry, followed with Speedy Tires in the CP Motorsports Honda NSX, then followed by myself and Jono Stan 96 in the number 1 Ultipac MS Mashed Buds Racing Lexus RCF. Then in fifth place we have Duram 50 with partnering alongside V Papa AT in the number 4 3D Rock number 4 Honda NSX. I apologize there. And then following up in 6th place, but no means not a bad lap from himself, the man puts with his teammate Captain Risky on a 118.797, rounding up the top 6. So the top 6 all covered by 0.8 of a second there, boys. So it's a hefty gap, but I guess the race can decide anything.
Very close one, especially between Matt and Viper Z, and yeah, I think might be a little disappointed that he made a few mistakes there and probably cost him pole position, but I'm sure he'll bounce back in tomorrow's race and be very keen to restore his place at the top of the charts, I'm sure.
Absolutely. So definitely got great drivers in the field, and we've seen it in the top 6 shootout. So big congratulations to Viper Z and to yourself, DJ, and yeah, just don't don't wet yourself at the start of the race.
Well, luckily for me, I'm not starting. I couldn't. I don't know what everyone else is doing, but I definitely wouldn't be able to take that away from Liam. He deserved that front row. He did exceptionally well, and I feel like he's got a pretty solid stint on him. So I'm gonna let him take the reins of the start, and then I'll finish the. Actually, okay, never mind. I'll be in talks with that. So Liam might start, I might start. Who knows? But yeah, it's
yeah, it's gonna be very interesting. So we'll have to wait and see. So tomorrow we will have a nice early rise at around 11 a.m. We will have the Trackstars Porsche Cup running around the Kyoto Yamagiwa circuit, where we have the Pro class and the Elite class running around at the same time, but in different lobbies, of course. And then after the Porsche Cup, we will get our main drivers ready for a 2 p.m. start for the Kyoto 500, sponsored by Elite Brake and Mechanical. So, boys, I hope you're ready just as much as I am, because I can't wait for it.
Yeah, I'm very excited for tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes.
Absolutely right. So, on behalf of the team in the commentary box and behalf of yourself, DJ, big congratulations to you and Viperset for taking out pole position. But we'll have to wait and see who takes line honours and victory honours tomorrow afternoon at 2 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Don't miss out. And on behalf of us and the top six, and after this top six shootout, we bid you guys a good